Hello everybody, welcome to the Movie Sequel Dude channel. I'm here to talk to you about some Amphibia. Honestly, I'm a huge Amphibia fan, in case you can't tell from this video. So I wanted to do a little something about that because, to be honest, Amphibia Season 2 has been out for a while, and I am loving the shit out of it. I'm very excited for this next batch of episodes coming up. I've been loving Season 2 already. I think it's even better than Season 1, and I love Season 1. But, like, Season 1 was, like, kind of episodic, and this one, Season 2, seems to be, like, building up some lore and giving us, like, some continuity, and, like, I'm excited for that. This new episode's coming up. It's going to feature Kermit the Frog, apparently, and that's going to be interesting. And more importantly, there's going to be Gravity Falls, like, references. There's going to be Grunkle Stan and Seuss, and it's going to be interesting. They got Alex Hirsch to voice those characters. It's going to be this really cool Gravity Falls tribute, and I can't wait for that. Hopefully I post this video before the Saturday where the episode's going to be released. I hope so. I gotta put all my editing energy into getting that video on time in that case, but if it's not, it doesn't matter, because that's not what this video is about, although that is pretty cool. This video is about something that leaked online. Now, if you're an Amphibia fan, you probably already saw this, but just in case you haven't, it's basically the pilot. I'm assuming this was like the pilot pitch, the pilot thing that was used to pitch Amphibia. Now, there are many ways that cartoons can be pitched. Some people make like 11-minute cartoons, basically like an episode, like showing what the show is. Some people do like shorter pitches. I remember the Close Enough trailer that was released in 2017 was actually the pitch trailer. So that was not actually real footage. It was just a bunch of clips of like fake episodes made to pitch the show. That's just an example of that. But apparently this Amphibia has something similar. It's called Amphibia'S, which, to be honest, doesn't really roll off the tongue as well as Amphibia, so I'm glad they changed it. Amphibia'S just sounds a little bit more awkward. But there's some interesting things that came out of it. I'm not sure how this video got leaked, but it did. And there's some interesting tidbits that I want to talk about. First of all, the general design of this trailer looks interesting, especially if you compare it to the show itself. It definitely looks different. It does look more swamp-like. There's a lot of greens and browns in the color palette. And, like, you know, it looks interesting. I kind of got a bit of Camp Lazlo vibes from the art design, although that's probably just because of the colors. But honestly, I kind of prefer the Amphibia show, which had a more colorful palette. And like it was like a lot more vibrant with like its forest settings. They still have some swamp elements, but it was just generally more bright and colorful, I think. And so I like that. I like that they improved upon that. It's interesting comparing the show versus the pitch, because there's a lot of interesting differences. One thing that stayed pretty much the same was Anne Boon Choi herself. Like, her design is very much close to the Anne we see in the show. There's not that much differences. We got the sticks in her hair. We got the clothes. There is one difference, though, if you noticed in the trailer, and that's she's wearing two shoes. She actually has both of her shoes, because, you know, in the show, like, she just has one sock on her foot for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, it's a really weird detail that they kept consistent. It's like she's always walking around and running with one sock on, and I don't know why, because, like, because I've walked around in, like, mud and grass and gravel, all that stuff on socks before, and it's like super uncomfortable. So I don't know how she's able to walk through Amphibia with just a sock and one shoe. I don't know why she doesn't wear sandals or anything to protect her feet, because she has other shoes. She's definitely worn shoes before, but they keep having her just wear one shoe and a sock. So that's interesting. I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know why they've kept with that detail, but it's kind of funny. But yeah. But for the most part, Anne has kept the same design. Some of the characters have kept the same designs. I think Hop Pop looks pretty much like the Hop Pop from the show. Grimes looks very similar. And speaking of similarities, it seems like Brendan's song was attached from the show from the start, because that's pretty much Brenda's song narrating as Anne.
Dear Diary, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm really starting to enjoy my life here in Amphibia'S.
I'm guessing they got her attached that maybe helped with the pitch, like she was gonna play Anne from the beginning. Because I think she's one of the only actors that I think is definitely made that transition from here to the show. I think maybe Hop Pop is played by the same person as the Hop Pop in the show.
You think you got this place figured out, don't you? Well, you don't. There's more to Amphibia'S than you know.
But his voice is definitely different. Like, he has more of a Cajun accent. He definitely, like, sounds different from the Hop Pop from the show. Like, he has a bit of an accent. I'm not sure if that's a different actor or the same actor doing a different voice than we see in the show. But there's that. Again, Grimes also sounds kind of similar.
Bring me the human.
Not sure if that's the same voice actor. We don't have any credits, so we don't know who was voicing which characters. One character that definitely doesn't sound like the show counterpart is Sprig, or as I like to call him, Prototype Sprig, because to be honest, he doesn't look a whole lot like the Sprig in the show. He has a different design, he's more red, he's more circular, he doesn't have the hat, and he looks more like Hop Pop's son than his grandchild. He definitely looks more like Hop Pop in a way, but his voice especially sounds different.
You ready, buddy?
Oh yeah! Not ready! Not ready!
It sounds like they got the voice of Gideon to do it, and it's very possible that's the case, especially since Matt Braley also worked on Gravity Falls. That's why they're doing a Gravity Falls tribute. So maybe he got access to, I think, Thurup. Okay, let me check who the actual actor of Gideon is. He also did the voice of Flapjack, by the way, if you're curious for that detail. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, his name is Thurup Van Orman. Yeah, that's the voice of Gideon. He was also the voice of Flapjack. I think he is voicing Prototype Sprig, because I don't know if his name was Sprig, but he's basically Sprig. He basically has the same role. He's Anne's best friend, but he does look different, and he does sound different. Honestly, because I'm more used to our Sprig, I prefer the new Sprig's design and the new Sprig's voice. He definitely sounds more like a kid in the cartoon compared to the pilot. You know, in the pilot, he just sounds like Gideon, you know, who doesn't really sound like a kid. Well, he kind of does, but, like, not a normal kid, you know what I mean? Also, a noticeable thing not in this pilot is Polly. Polly's not in the pilot anywhere. There's no, like, version of Polly. There's a bunch of versions of other characters, like Miss Croaker appears in one of the scenes, but, like, there's no Polly. Apparently, the original pitch didn't have Polly. It's possible they want to add maybe another female character besides Anne in, like, the main family and the main characters, so maybe that's why they want to add Polly. But whatever the case, honestly, you know, I love Polly. I love her character, so you know what? I'm glad she was added. It looks like the plot is basically the same as the show, with some differences. Like, they still have the picture of her friends, although one noticeable change is the picture. So the original picture showed Anne, Sasha, and Marcy all kind of together as, like, best friends and all that stuff. But the picture we see in the pilot is just Marcy and Sasha. The designs look kind of similar. There's definitely some differences between them, but they look basically like the same characters. They're very obviously Sasha and Marcy. But I do think I prefer the change with the photo, because it does seem weird that Anne just has a photo of just her friends. Like, the photo with her and her friends makes more sense for her to keep around, because it's like her and her friends. So I like that change, you know. In general, like, I like the stuff I see in the Amphibia'S, again, such a weird title, I'm glad they changed it. The Amphibia'S pilot, I think in general, a lot of things have been improved from that pilot to the TV show. So honestly, that's really cool. I did notice two things, though. I did notice two things. First of all, the pilot ends with an instrumental version of the song Rather Be by Clean Bandit. And to be honest, after hearing that, first of all, I love the song Rather Be. It's been a while since I've listened to it, so it was a cool reminder. But after hearing that in the pilot, I started to notice how much that song sounds a bit like the Amphibia theme song, you know? I'm gonna just have some snippets and see if you agree. Like, it sounds similar. I'm not saying that the Amphibia theme song ripped off Rather Be, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the composer of that theme song took a little bit of elements from Ratherby, because they sound a little bit similar. I don't know. Take a look. Let me know what you think, because I do think there is some similarities, and I don't think that's fully a coincidence, considering it's in the pilot. Also, one more thing I noticed was that some shots in the pilot were I feel like they definitely recycled some animation from shots in the pilot in the intro. I'm just going to show you some examples comparing some of the shots in the pilot to shots in the intro to see where they took some elements. Obviously, it's different because Sprig looks different in the show and the pilot, but like it's definitely similar shot dynamics. So I wouldn't be surprised if they took some stuff from the pilot and recycled it for the theme song intro, so it looks more dramatic. So apparently, I haven't been able to find an actual source for this, but according to some comments on the comments for the leaked video, apparently Matt Braley, the creator of Amphibia'S, a little disappointed that this got leaked out, because he was hoping that maybe he could like not leak it, but like have it released like at Comic-Con or at some kind of convention as a special thing. So like apparently he's disappointed. I don't have an official source. I'll try to look for like Matt Braley's actual comments on that so I can actually show you that. I don't have it confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was his thoughts, because yeah, it does always suck when things get leaked out that you didn't intend to leak. So yeah, I get that. It is unfortunate, but still, it is cool that we have it right now. And, you know, once it's been leaked, you know, there's really no stopping the floodgates. So that's my thoughts. Honestly, it's very interesting watching the Amphibia'S pilot. There's a lot of interesting things I noticed. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you noticed about the Amphibia'S pilot, the teaser trailer thing that I didn't talk about in this video, and let me know your thoughts about that, and let me know if you want to see more Amphibia type reviews. I'm probably going to plan some more videos about cartoons that I like, because honestly, the whole Disney Channel block right now with like Big City Greens, Amphibia, and the Owl House, I love. I watch those every Saturday to give my support, because I love those shows, and I love that all these new episodes are packed together. I really enjoy that. So yeah, I can't wait. Let me know what you think. I could probably also talk about some more cartoons I like. There's a bunch of them, Cartoon Network, on Nickelodeon, and on Disney Channel. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. This is the Movie Sequel Dude, signing out. Adios, muchachos.